100 subscriber, baby. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Let's Talk Raptors. I'm your host, Sham, my channel where you get reviews, analysis, predictions, and hot takes on all things Raptors as well as some NBA. So, first of all, let me thank everybody that subscribed to my channel, got me up to 100. I know somebody's going to try to play a joke on me and go back to 99, but whatever, it is what it is. And I'm hoping you guys will tell your friends if you keep liking this content and what I'm doing right now and help the channel grow even further. So, today's video, like I said, is all about reviewing this season. And today is going to be all about the management. You got to start from the top, not from the bottom. All right. So, without a further ado, let's talk the Raptors management in Masai Ujiri and Bobby Webster. So, the season actually started off pretty good for the management, right? With trading Kyle Lowry, I'll get to that, and basically selecting Scotty Barnes at number 4, sleeper, I would say, in the draft because he was slotted to go number 7, possibly 6, 7, like not that early as number 4. But the Raptors did their due diligence. The scouting staff has always been good with picking up red diamonds in the rough. And they chose Scotty Barnes over Jalen Suggs, who everybody thought was the prime prize at number 4. And it turned out very good for us. So that was a decision that goes in the favor of the management because Scotty Barnes turned out to be Rookie of the Year. He just made all rookie team NBA first team NBA all rookie. I don't know how the hell to pronounce it. Anyways, and he showed shades or flashes of stardom. Actually, he has the body of Giannis already. He has the shots that are better than Giannis. He's capable of playing around the bucket like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he just has to improve his 3-point shooting, and mid-range shooting even better. And his ceiling, beyond sky's limit for this kid. So that is a very good pick by the Toronto Raptors. Now, the second move that the Raptors made, this is where they went a little bit half-ass, in my opinion. We traded Kyle Lowry for Goran Dragic, Precious Achiuwa, and I think we got a second rounder, but I'm not 100% sure. I think that got dropped because of the whole issues about tampering and bullcrap. But I honestly feel like we could have gone more, man. Precious turned out to be a gem again. He just needed more play time, and he seems like he's going to grow into a great player. If not an all-star, if not a superstar, probably an all-star or borderline all-star player, and as long as he gets his mind right. But we got Goran Dragic back, and it turned into a shitfest after that because Goran didn't want to be here, and he made it clear. Then he came in. He was supposed to remain a leader. We didn't get rid of him after making those comments, where his value would have been very, very high because people were still, talking about his run in the playoffs and everything like that. And we kept him. And it didn't work out well, honestly, because, and I'll get to why it didn't work out, but do I think we could have gotten possible picks from a guy who's in Kyle Lowry? He's a veteran guy. He's not too old. He was still taking charges, still doing everything he could possibly do. And, a guy who's a leader, grit, grind guy, champion. He's not just worth, Precious, a rookie that nobody really knows about, and Goran Dragic, who, was just there for the salary. So, do I think the Raptors could have gotten some draft capital? Yes. Do I think they could have gotten some sort of another possible, Heat prospect? Yes. But it didn't happen. So, that is I don't think it's completely negative in the for the management, but it's not a complete positive either. So that's the second thing. Now we get to the other stuff. So the Raptors signed Khem Birch, they kept Malachi Flynn and all of those things, but it just seemed like we needed a bigger body, and Bobby Webster, Masai Ujiri did not make those necessary moves in the preseason or is this before the season starting, and it kind of came to bite us in the ass. Yes, I love the small ball stuff going on and everything like that, but it just didn't work well, man. You need bigger guys to plug in every now and then, And Cambridge did an okay job. He was injured. Management can't deal with that as much. But I still never believed Cambridge was that guy who can handle guys like, Nikola Jokic, and Rudy Gobert, Joel Embiid, and those guys. So it didn't really work out with us on that signing, and not having a true center of some sort like JaVale McGee, possibly Bismack Biyombo type of guys. It hurt us. It did hurt us. Our rim production was crap this year. So I wouldn't put that totally on the management either, because they signed Cam Birch hoping he would take that next step, and he did not. He was injured most of the season, and every time he came back, he had flashes of good games, but nothing consistent. So I put that a little bit more towards the negative side, because they knew that from the last season as well, that we needed true center, right? And we just didn't have it. So you keep making the same mistake. You keep trying to do small ball, and it keeps hurting you, where it's a simple solution. You can just buy somebody who's serviceable at least. And Bobby Wester and Masai Ujiri did not make those moves. Now we get to the trade deadline, which is an important part of any management schedule. And it seems like the Raptors always have the strategy of holding on to their cards, not making a move, staying put most of the time just to see how it ends up. And honestly, getting trading Goran Dragic for Thaddeus Young, not a bad trade, because Thaddeus Young did work out for us as a leader, and we were able to get off of his contract. But that would have been the same thing with Goran Dragic, man. And in return, you gave away your first rounder. Like, come on, man. Come on. You could have done better. And you got in exchange a second rounder. Yes, I get maybe there's not prospects in the 20th. But you could have used that capital at the draft to move down and get somebody else. And Bobby Wester and Masai Ujiri, just to get rid of Goran Dragic, did that. Like, they gave away the first rounder. Why? Why the hell would you do that? I get it, expiring contract and all that stuff. You get Tad Young, who's a leader, and this and that, and he helped us grow. But you're not going to be able to keep Tad Young. He's worth $14 million apparently. So either it's Chris Boucher or Tad Young. Do you want to keep a 34-year-old, 35-year-old Tad Young, or would you rather have Chris Boucher, who's 28, 29, just about to hit his prime and finally figured out his role? So in my opinion, Bobby Wester and Masai Ujiri dropped the ball on the Goran Dragic trade, and that is a negative for them. So that's pretty much it in regards to what happened during the season with the management. Now, what can they do to possibly get better later on, and do better? One is, I think the Raptors, the management needs to ensure that they re-sign Gary Trent Jr. and OG Anunoby, because they're younger, they're the future, they have better games. And I understand Freddie and Pascal might be in our plans, but if there's a considerable young, talent that might come down the line, like James Wiseman, like a couple of them, pull that trigger. I think the Raptors fan base will accept that, knowing that, it will help us be a better team later on. And it's going to be a tough decision, right? But I'm not saying trade both Freddie and Pascal. Maybe one guy if you have to. But that's something that the Raptors really, really need to do, is to get Gary Trent Jr. and OG Anunoby locked in for a long time. Because you got Scotty Barnes with them, and it's going to be a damn good three-person, punch. The second thing that the management needs to do is get rid of Malachi Flynn, Svi Mykhailiuk. Like I said, they don't fit into the picture for Nick Nurse, and it's not fair to them to be put on the bench for, no reason, whereas Malachi has a whole career to go, forward with. And if they can get something out of it, great. So, and if Bobby Wester and Masai Ujiri don't pull the trigger properly on these trades or possible acquisitions, it ain't going to work out it's going to be a bad year for us in regards to, possible personnel in the team. Now, Chris Boucher is another part. Now, that's where I think the management also needs to lock him in, but not for a long period of time. I think you should lock him in for about 2 years, possibly, to see how he is. If he comes below like 10 million or less, and let Tad Young walk, because we need to get younger. We need to get players that are going to be here for a long time and be able to work together with the remainder, with our core. And like I said, the management in my last video, the management needs to get a point guard to back up Freddie VanVleet that fits Nick Nurse's system, and they need to get a big, a big, like Mason Plumlee type of guy, JaVale McGee type of guy, and those type of guys, because otherwise we're still gonna struggle against Joel Embiid, no matter how good we are defensively in our schemes. And as soon as we make a mistake, he's gonna make us pay. Whereas when we have a big guy, it will help us out. So those are the things that Masai Ujiri and Bobby Western need to do, and to totalize everything and give a grade to the management. And I know the Raptor fans are going to be pissed at me because they love Masai Ujiri, but I will give them a C+, only because of the Scotty Barnes trade and a little bit of the Precious Achiuwa possible stardom, situation. But other than that, they didn't do much this offseason, man. They didn't. In this season or even before the season. So that's all I have for you guys for this video. Come back for my next video next week, where I will review the coaching staff and then get into the players in my future videos. But thank you guys again for subscribing to the channel. Please hit that like and subscribe button, tell your friends about the channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.